know you could do that. Okay, so here's it for just the basic for creating your first lesson. So you've logged in. So now we're gonna go get the new lesson. So, back to that email I sent you, right, okay, so you've pretty much gone through this, creating your first content slide activities. You can add PDFs as well if you want. Then you can upload it, and then you finish and click create. So then I'll go through running the live lesson in a second, but just for engagement, you don't want to be overwhelmed with your slides, all those basic things. And you've done at least 2 activities, and you've done at least 1 open-ended. That way it's not just A and B. So,
activities to measure students' understanding too is if they're able to tell me what the theme is, then I know that they understand what's going on. That with that first little thing.
absolutely.
And if I see that they're struggling with that first thing, then we can revisit and talk about it again.
Absolutely.
And then at the end would be like,
yeah, and if you can even add a poll in at the end if you want to see how your students felt. How do you feel about the lesson? So if you go back now up to Nearpod, if you click collaborate, so right there is your 1 preview. So right there, perfect.
well, actually,
There you go.
all right, I've got another one right here too.
So let's go ahead and do the same.
To that.
You just need to go find
Oh,
the
yeah, I
link.
just need to get one. So I need to go
You might even just be
here.
able to, yep. This is my first time doing the video. Here we go.
And then what do I do?
Click it.
on
Save
Save
it.
it.
So it looks like if you are you gonna ask questions or anything after?
I hadn't really thought about it.
Well, what would you normally do in your normal class? So move it on up to where you wanted it.
Oh, wait, it's down here. I would just stop as I went to talk about it, but I hadn't really looked at that PowerPoint
I got you.
at that video to see where I want to stop.
And it looks like if you click video, again, this is all new to me, but you can add activities to it. Double click it again. There we go. It looks like you can add an activity. And so that way you can ask a question.
The only thing is you have to read it. Like, it doesn't read it for you.
Oh, that's okay.
I don't know that there's really anything to do in here.
But that's fine. I mean, now you know, hey, I can do that. And then you just go down to save. All right, so now it's at the end.
I wanna do something else.
Well, what can you do like a quick quiz?
I could do a quick quiz. I could do a quick quiz right here for that slide, so.
And so I would do this as a quiz.
Which quiz?
Yep. And that's gonna be A through D. A, B, C, D. Does that work or no?
Yeah. Okay, now I gotta figure out what I'm gonna say.
You can just do one and you can go back and add them later.
What are some? Why is there a pie that gets up there?
Because you can add math. Hold on. Before you go on.
Uh-huh.
So you're gonna have to click which one wants to be the right answer.
Oh, okay.
You can add math questions. I know you're not gonna do that. But if you go to add media, video or audio instructions, that's gonna allow you to add a picture or something. I've never done the video part of it. Maybe, I mean, if you were going through a lesson, you wanted them to watch something on topic, you could do that. But I know I've used it for pictures more or less. So then you could add a timer in.
Yeah, I feel like that needs to happen.
I love a timer. Make sure you click add and then save, and you'll be able to go back and edit
I am
this.
gonna go back and edit this.
So we want to edit it. Down at the bottom, you see edit? There you go. So now, go to add slide, activities, poll. Yep.
do I wanna say? I don't wanna say, do you think you understand, or how else?
You know, a lot of people, and I haven't tried it yet, a lot of people use the how do you feel about today's lesson, just very basic. Eh,
Hey, how would you say eh?
EHH. And then I would add another answer of that. Alright.
But at a timer, everything's gonna have a timer.
You know what, it is wonderful. It is a beautiful thing to have that timer in. And then save.
And it's gonna go.
Yep, it's already at the bottom. Yep. So, and I'm assuming the checklist you'll probably need is the one where you're doing the live lesson, which I'm gonna show you today. The video might be a little bit more difficult, but, since you're not with the kids, it might be fine. So I always like to do mine on a second device. So if I was doing my live lesson on my computer,
I do that.
I want to do it on, so if I was sitting at your desk, I would have my laptop here, which is on my video, and on that computer, I'd be running it, the teacher's screen. That way the kids don't see their results.
So can we practice that real quick?
Yeah, absolutely.
When do you go online?
1:30. So, and that's where, I have the same thing, I actually have my iPad, and I use my iPad, so whenever I'm doing it on class, my iPad's the one running.
Alright, so, and then you got to also show me how do I get my kids to go to Nearpod?
Yep, absolutely. And I'll show you, with my live lesson today too.
You're doing this as they're waiting to come log on.
I think so. I think that's what I'm gonna try.
Alright, this is my fear, and I'm gonna tell you, my biggest fear is them actually having to go to an outside source and putting stuff in to get there.
Absolutely.
That's my biggest, because I have so many.
Absolutely. Well, you're gonna try. Start with advanced.
Okay.
So I would go ahead and tell them in an announcement or an email, today's lesson, we're gonna be using Nearpod. Okay. It will work best if you have a second device or working on a computer. And gonna be honest, you're going to have kids that are gonna struggle, but
Works best on laptop or computer, not your phone.
because you're using two screens. It will still work on
They
a
have
phone.
to use two screens?
They don't have to. They don't have to. They can use a computer, and they would just, so if they're using a computer, they would have the big blue button on one, and then in another tab, they would have Nearpod. They all do have two screens, by the way. Most of them do. They have a cell phone and a computer.
So, what do they need, what do I need?
You're good. You're good. I got you. I got you. So,
I have zero control over these kids at home, that's my
you're
biggest
right.
thing.
So, let's say they can't log on. Worst case scenario, they're still following the lesson on your computer.
Alright, so what do they need to log on for Nearpod, what do they need to log on for the big blue button?
So they'll log on to class like normal, like big blue button. That will be on there. They will go to another source of Nearpod. I promise they can.
But I'm not talking to them.
You will be able to talk to them. So you're on big blue button, so go ahead and go and get on our live class. Go start a conference.
It'll do better when you do yours.
It will.
Much better.
It will. And I totally get your fear of them not having a second device.
Well, them just not utilizing what they need to, because I'll be honest, some of them probably just say that they're on there with their own.
And the backup, and which again you'll see me do today, is okay. That's fine if you don't have your device. You're still gonna get the information, and you can still type in the chat box, and you'll be able to see it on here. You just won't have it on your screen. So you started a conference with us? Okay. Perfect.
Do I need to do it on here?
No, you're gonna do it
Oh,
on
I
here.
have to do it.
Yep.
You are currently the only person in this conference.
All right, so now go share your Nearpod screen.
What?
So, here, share your screen.
Oh,
You're gonna actually go to
tab, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, sorry.
All good. I was like,
That
I got you.
just scared me for just a second.
So now, this is what the kids are seeing. You are gonna be able to talk
Ah.
and run it here, but you're still gonna be able to see chat and stuff here.
Gotcha.
So students are gonna have you in the background talking through this PowerPoint, but they're gonna be seeing this and interacting here.
Gotcha.
So now you
But they'll
know-
still see this whether or not they are logged onto Nearpod or not. They'll
Yep.
still see this.
Yep. And
Okay.
so that way you can see it, you can see what the students are seeing.
Because I may have 6 students log into Nearpod, but 15 students over here talking to me.
Absolutely, but you're gonna
Okay.
encourage them to get onto Nearpod, and they're gonna want to get on here, because now they can go and they can like a post. They can go and everybody can see what they type. They're going to
Oh,
want
yeah,
to
they're gonna
engage.
love, especially my advanced, because that's what, one thing they always ask, can we talk to each other?
Absolutely, they're gonna want to do this.
Okay, alright.
So, and
That makes me feel better.
absolutely, and you can go back now to the big blue button screen, and so this is what they're seeing.
They're seeing, and then I can still have the chats over here.
Yep, now, hey, you are working with 2 screens, but
I don't care, I mean, it's fine, I've started to learn how to do that.
yeah, and I was thinking even if we can get you in Steel Jimmy's iPad, that might even help as well.
Okay, well, Jimmy's iPad is used for work, so.
Christmas. So, okay, so you'll click next, so now you're starting your lesson.
Okay, so I would just start whatever I would say.
Yeah.
Do I need to be recording this week? Cause I didn't.
No, I'm recording it right here.
Okay,
Everything's been recording.
alright, and so I would talk about the theme and the topic, this is what we're gonna be doing.
Yep.
And then we're gonna watch this video.
And I'm glad you're actually gonna do this. Okay, so this is where, because you're on 2 devices, you want to allow it on all devices. And you'll play it, everybody's gonna have to play it on their own.
Right. So everybody has to click play on their own.
All right, guys, we're going to be using Nearpod. We're going to try this out. I've been helping Miss Head, and so we're going to show her how it works by testing it out first round. So if you go to, there you go, somebody said hey to you.
Hey, that's my Joshua.
They're all your babies. If you go to join.nearpod.com and use that code, you are going to be able to follow along with our lesson. Main is your X value. So it's the input. So I'm going to start an activity and I want you to match up the inputs with the domain. Okay.
Hi, Jenny. Jenny.
Jeannie, I've worked on that. We're on Nearpod, y'all. So again, you're going to match on here. So if you look, you have all different values and you're going to match the domain with the correct one. And those are your X values, your input. So on Nearpod. Not on Nearpod. All right, so we're on Nearpod. There's the code. We're doing an activity right now. Trying to match the domain with the set of data. Oh, nice. Amari, you did good. Ashley, you got it. Rachel, there we go. Tristan, very good. Malachi, you got it too. Yep, there we go. Anthony, good job. Look at that.
That is fabulous. I'm learning how to use this. I'm going to use this with my live people. Nearpod?
Yep, I'm using it. And hey, I'm learning too. Y'all
Okay, so, if I wanted to do this in my live session,
In your live session or face to
face to
face?
face, today, to practice, I mean, free,
Yeah, you could. I mean, they all have devices, right?
I'll see, we'll find out.
And if they don't, you could, if they partner up, they'll be fine.
Yeah.
So, and if not,
So, when I do it for them, they just have to go and put that code in.
join.nearpod.com.
And hey, Dana, before you even write it down,
Look right here.
click that.